What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I'm, of course, Pitching Ninja. I'm here with Will Leahey, the finger gun king.
What an intro. Thanks, man.
We're going to start with the whip around the league. Jose Butto had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these fastballs and high changeup, and he faced Matt Manning, who had 3 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up no hits, and had this fastball, curveball, and sweeper. And big news, the Mets actually won a game.
Well done, Metsies.
The Amazins.
Martin Perez had 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs and had these changeups. Lance Lynn, that graceful animal, had 7 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. He did give up 4 runs on 3 bombs, but his cutter looked nasty. He had these fastballs, and I love this, him cussing off the field after getting the K. Lance Lynn is always someone to watch if he gets kind of that walk-off strikeout, and he doesn't disappoint here. Perhaps the biggest moment of this game, though, was the Lance Lynn K-Dance crotch grab combo. This is pure art, reminiscent of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Ninja, it almost felt like Lance showed a little bit of restraint against his former team last game against the Dodgers. He wasn't going as nuts as normal. Did you notice that?
Partly because I think he was afraid of getting his brains beaten in by that offense, to be honest.
So it wasn't a respect thing. It was simply looking out for his own ass.
I think so. You don't want to wake that team up.
Yeah, that's fair.
He faced Ryan Weathers, who had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run, and had these sliders/sweepers that were kind of nasty. Michael Soroka had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these wicked sliders. Never going to get used to calling him Michael.
He pulled the Giancarlo Stanton?
He did. Well, I mean, except Giancarlo kind of changed his whole name, right, from Michael to Giancarlo. But yeah, he didn't go by like Johnny Soroka.
He got rid of Mike and moved on to classier things.
He faced Seth Lugo, had this painted fastball, and I love this 2-pitch combo from Seth Lugo. Watch him indicate to Salvi that he wants to go outside with this pitch, giving a little head nudge. And he throws a fastball off the plate, and he set up this curveball, which was an absolute buzzsaw with 3,435 RPMs, the most RPMs of any curveball this season. Absolute filth, a little off the plate, but the umpire was just shocked by the spin rate of this pitch, giving him the K. Casey Mize was back pitching on a major league mound for the first time in 721 days, and I thought he looked really good. He had 4 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, but I thought his stuff was nasty. His fastball was up to 97 miles an hour, and his splitter was filthy. He picked up 5 swings and misses on this splitter. And here's an overlay of his fastball and splitter that shows you why these 2 pitches work so well together. They're indistinguishable on the way to the plate. Look how well these tunnel. As a hitter, you're gearing up for that fastball, and if you get a splitter, you're missing it by like 2 feet. Filthy stuff. And here's a 3-pitch overlay of Mize's fastball, his slider, and his splitter, so you can see how those pitches form that triangle of death. Really good stuff for Mize. I expect him to be even better next time out. Love it. And here's a breakdown of his pitches this game. He faced Adrian Hauser, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this painted fastball, this sinker, and slider. Tanner Bibee probably had the overall best pitching performance of the day. He had 9 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this elevated fastball, but I thought the story of the game was his slider. He had this back foot slider. He picked up 6 swings and misses on his slider out of 11 swings. Filthy stuff from Bibee. He faced Pablo Lopez, who to me had an off game. He only had 2 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. He did have these changeups, but I didn't think he was as sharp as he usually is. Now into my filthiest relievers. Scott Barlow had these 3 Ks on sliders. Emmanuel Clase had this freeze 98-mile-an-hour cutter. I love this pitch because as a hitter, you think you're going to wear it, and it ends up catching the zone. Cole Sands had this wicked splitter. Cody Funderburk had these sliders. Alex Lang, respect the turtleneck, had these curveballs. Jojo Romero picked up a sword on this slider. Shelby Miller had 4 strikeouts on his splitter and fastballs. Cue the trumpets. Edwin Diaz had this 98-mile-an-hour heater and this slider. And to top it off, Jason Foley had this 101-mile-an-hour heater. Foley is freaking dangerous, and I expect him to keep picking up a ton of saves for the Tigers. Before we get to my top 5, I want to just discuss this call by Angel Henandez.
He stinks.
He does stink. All right, so I think some wrote this off as pure incompetence, and I write this off as something a little more sinister, as in kind of a power dick move by Angel Henandez. There's this pitch to Torkelson. You can hear this thing hit two things. There's no doubt it hit something, or Torkelson hit the catcher's glove. So what happens is you see Angel Henandez indicate foul ball. And Torkelson's arguing that this ball hit him, which it might have. You can't really tell on replay if it hit the knob of the bat or his hand. Hinch tries to get a review of this play, which a foul tip isn't reviewable, but a hit by pitch is reviewable. So if Torkelson got hit by this pitch, it would be reviewable, and they can reverse it and say, hey, you got hit by this pitch, go take first base. But if you're hit by the pitch and it was a swing, it's a strike regardless. So what did Angel Henandez do? Is he ended up calling this a swing, making this not reviewable. Angel Henandez changed his call to basically insulate this from review. I don't know if this is 4-dimensional power dick chess by Angel Henandez, or I don't think this was an incompetent move, but I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt and just call him a absolute power dick. What do you think, Will?
It's tough to tell. You know, they're coming out with that movie about him called Blind Umpire, the Angel Hernandez story, starring John Bernthal. Yeah, I think he was probably just being a dick. It was the 11th inning. He wanted to go home. Just a shocking move. I love that we have a villain umpire. It's like we got our own Tim Donaghy over here in the major leagues. And
my top 5 pitches of the day, I'm going to go with the Jason Foley 101 mile an hour fastball, number 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Clase's freeze cutter. And number 3, I'm going with Lance Lynn for the nastiest dance of the day. I mean, anytime you grab your crotch and dance, it's pretty nasty. At number 2, I'm going with Seth Lugo's buzzsaw curveball. At number 1, I'm going with Casey Mize's splitter, because I thought his splitter, especially that splitter fastball combo, was the filthiest stuff I saw all day. And now my pitching ninja moment of zen. I don't know if this is play-by-play for the game or play-by-play for Ninja's sex life.
We're trying to get it up. I think getting it up is going to be key.
My picks of the day today are 5 individual picks, because this is just too hard today. Lots of good pitchers going. So I'm going to go with Logan Gilbert for 6 Ks or more, Spencer Strider for 8 Ks or more, Bobby Miller for 6 Ks or more, Brady Singer for 5 Ks or more, and top it off with Jordan Hicks for 5 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?